Alrighty guys, in this episode we're gonna do a quick review of UEFA Champions League Round 16, myClub 2017, Manager Review and Squad Builder. If you like this type of content, drop a like and make sure to subscribe for more. Let's jump right into it. Alrighty guys, so here we have the list of the managers for UEFA Champions League myClub Round 16. You got Simeone, Enrique, Emery, PSG. Now obviously some of the names is being corrected. You can download the option file from PES Universe or you can correct it yourself. I have tutorials for that. Now I'm just gonna go through the managers that I would personally recommend. Some people just jump straight for Luis Enrique. You know, with this Luis Enrique, you can't really have a DMF unless you have a solid squad. You want to play aggressive, then you go for it. But the managers I'm showing you right now, you can watch the rest of the video if you want me. If you want to know which managers I would suggest, these are the managers that I would suggest as you can see it. If you want to know more about squad building with these managers, then you can watch the rest of the video. If you have grade A or B in Pesology, then you don't need to watch the rest of the video. Let's jump right into the squad builder with all these particular managers. Alright, first thing for Diego Simeone. Let's talk about pros and cons. Now, Diego Simeone is one of the managers that is very, very defensive. If you like to play defensive and counter, just like real life, that's how Atletico Madrid plays with Diego Simeone. Now, the only problem with this 4-3-3 is that the two side center midfielders, they cannot be turned into DMF or AMF. They can only be turned into LMF and RMF, which is very weird. I mean, Diego Simeone's support range is really high. The only way, higher support range obviously will make your teammate stay far away from the ball carrier. The only way you can, if your manager has a high support range, the only thing you can do is to use advanced instruction tiki-taka. Your players will stay closer. Now, I have used Diego Simeone. A lot of people have been doing good with him. Some haven't. The only thing is, guys, Diego Simeone has been very, very defensive. My only problem is it's very open down the middle. The circle of a center, there is nobody to cover in the ball. However, it's good for people who wants to play, who plays against you, go into the flank. That is good. But if you are playing against someone who knows Diego Simeone, who knows his tactics, he will try to dribble through your defense around the box and lob you. That is the only problem with Diego Simeone. But again, you can turn your mentality high, go orange, you can use offensive center midfielders. In my opinion, with any formation, 4-3-3, your midfielders is very important. Normally, with managers like Luis Enrique or aggressive 4-3-3 managers, for example, Klopp, I normally used 3 DMFs, you know, Anchorman and 2 destroyers, because Klopp is very offensive. But with Diego Simeone, it's already defensive. So I would recommend, I'm just going to talk about the most important bits. The rest of it you would know, you know, if you watch my videos. Your center backs, you need a fast and rapid and tall and strong. Your fullback has to be fast. If your manager is very aggressive with frontline pressure and aggressive like Klopp or any other managers, you can even use 4 center backs, like for example with Tuchel, however you pronounce his name. But with Diego Simeone, I would definitely recommend an anchorman in the midfield and 2 box-to-box players. If you're not doing good, you want to be more offensive, you can use an anchorman and 2 hole players, or an anchorman hole player. Jesus, what's going on? Yeah, guys, this is alright. So, as I was saying, with Diego Simeone, you can use a DMF and 2 box-to-box players. If things doesn't go well, you can be more defensive by using a DMF and 2 destroyers. But my suggestion is a DMF, box-to-box, and a whole player. So, that's pretty much about Diego Simeone, guys. I don't want to go more about it. If you want to know more about squad building, etc., you can watch my other videos. You can join my live stream. In the future episode, you will see me using these managers. Alright, let's jump into the second manager that I would recommend, and let's do a squad builder with him. Alright, so the second manager I would recommend is Emery, PSG manager. I think he's the 3rd manager from the list. The manager list will vary from one to other, but when he's a Champions League agent, we all have the same list, at least the top 10. You can sign him up. He's got a fake name, but as long as you know when you go there, just look at the names. I don't know his fake name really, but you will see his PSG manager. Now, PSG manager is the same tactic as Lorient Blanc. You know, again, Konami changed the manager nationality and name, but he didn't change the tactics. But there was a notification that they will do that. So Konami do actually listen to my feedback and everybody's feedback, not just me. Now, with Emery, PSG, I am personally not a fan of a position game in 4-3-3. This year I actually quite like 4-4-2 because everyone plays 4-3-3. I like to play a formation that counters what the majority of people play with. But 4-3-3, 4-2-1-3 is my favorite. And with MRA, the good thing about it, you can actually have 2 AMFs. However, to be more balanced, your center midfielders, Anchorman is a must. The other 2 center midfielders use a box-to-box and destroyer. So that means Anchorman stays back, destroyers check opponent's attack, and the box-to-box goes up and down. If you are losing, if things not going well, you can use 2 whole players in the midfield. Just combine whatever suits you, whatever kind of opponent you have, you know. And the reason why I use Ramos on the flank, because a lot of people has either Neymar or Ronaldo, and Ramos is almost like a lockdown there. I prefer him as a right back, to be honest. The center back, he jumps up, goes further along. When it comes to, I mean, think about PSG, guys. Think about PSG's lineup in the midfielder, who they have, you know. Normally, they have a build-up, they have a box-to-box, and they have a destroyer. So you can even use a build-up as well. Like, for example, if you check out PSG's midfielders, just try to copy the exact same thing based on players' playing style card. If you check out PSG's players in the center midfielders, check out their playing style card and try to copy that exactly. For example, as I mentioned, with PSG, they have Anchorman, Destroyer, and Build-Up, or I think it's Box-to-Box, Destroyer, and Build-Up. So that should give you an idea with the squad builder for MRA. And remember, this is just a general tip I'm giving you. Mix it up with your own knowledge. Next. Alright, next we have Allegri. Now, Allegri, why do I keep saying Allegri? Allegri, the diamond formation, the only problem is with the diamond formation in myClub, it's very predictable. If you play against someone smart, they know your only choice is down the middle. Of course, you can use hug the touchline, but when you use hug the touchline, advanced instructions, your 2 strikers literally turn into a wing forward. So your key man is AMF, will play like a CF in a way. But for me, Ronaldo Maran was the best 4-3-1-2 manager that I've ever used. With Allegri, I tried him. I didn't really like him. He's got the long ball. The second tactic is quite good. But for me personally, I don't know. I mean, every time when I use a manager with aggressive and all-out defense, if I'm losing, you know, it's really hard to make a comeback. And especially if you play against someone who actually takes his time and passes around the box. Because you are all-out defense, you get danger deep in your own half. You know, if you play frontline pressure and aggressive, you have fast center backs to pressure his opponent is the best. In my opinion, PES 2017, the best defense is offense so far, testing all these managers. Now again, with the squad builder, it's very simple. Any formation with a single DMF, you need to use an Anchorman. An Anchorman is an absolute must with any formation that has 1 DMF. I mean, think about Juventus lineup. You know, they have Higuain and Dybala, and I'm using Messi to kind of copy that. He's left-footed on the side, fast and strong, tall and strong striker, and a fast and mobile one. And of course, when it comes to your center midfielders, think about it. You can use a whole player as a must. Don't use creative playmakers or classic number 10s. I mean, for me personally, I like Ronaldo. You know, that's why I'm using. But your AMF whole player is a must, because whole players in the diamond formation, they'll almost play like a striker. Your 2 center midfielders, use someone offensive, whole player again, and a box-to-box, or maybe a destroyer, depending on the players that you have. But your 2 side center midfielders, they don't need to be defensive because your manager is already AOD. Hope you enjoyed this this squad builder with Allegri. Comment down below if you have been using Allegri and what you think of it. Next manager we have is Ranieri. Now, I do like Ranieri. I do like the Italian kind of old school Catenaccio kind of squad builders, especially with Ranieri and the formation. And 4-4-2, it is really effective this year if you know how to play with it. You have to constantly feed your LMF and RMF, especially with Ranieri attacking area wide. Your LMF and RMF has to be someone rapid with decent passing and crossing. And your 2 strikers, use a fox-to-box and a dummy runner, or fox-to-box goal poacher, or goal poacher and dummy runner. These playing style is really important. They make smart runs without you trigger running them, because if you play against someone good, they know how to defend your 1-2. They can see your trigger run. And for me, when it comes to midfielders, I like to use a build-up and maybe a destroyer or a build-up. You don't really need an Anchorman. In a formation with 2 DMF, 2 Anchorman, an Anchorman is not really necessary. Only use Anchorman if you have a formation with 1 DMF. As I said, I mean, it's pretty simple. How many of you have so far have used Ranieri and what you think of it so far. As you can see in the squad builder, I do have my LMF and RMF players. Like I have Gareth Bale and I have Sanchez. I can use Gareth Bale even on the left side, so he can cross better with his left foot, because that's a stronger foot, is left actually. So we're gonna jump ahead into the next manager. Of course, you will see me playing with these managers. Some of these managers I personally released because I'm trying to be more, because of the live stream is really hard to focus. I'm trying to stick to 3 managers, and you will see in an upcoming episode which manager that I decided to stay with. Remember, managers are all personal. It's all dependent on your personal style of play and the players you have. So whatever tip I'm giving you, mix it up with your own knowledge and see what fits you the best. Next. Alright, next we have Thomas Tuchel. Now, Thomas Tuchel is good. The 4-3-3 and 4-1-4-1 is really good, especially if you use 4 center backs, like with the 4-3-3 and 4-1-4-1. I don't know if you guys remember, but from PES 2015, I did make a video about using 4 center backs, no fullbacks. When you have a manager, it's very aggressive. You can use 4 center backs, and sometimes it could be really effective. But the only reason I signed Tuchel for 4-3-3, well, it says 4-2-3-2-2-3, but it's kind of like 3-4-3. The only reason why I signed it, because it's very aggressive, it's very high pressure. You can actually use him. You can start with him, get a couple of quick goals, but of course you're gonna get spammed on the flank, and the compactness is very low. Even though the support range is 1, your players always seem to spread out wide. So I use tiki-taka. However, I don't start with Tuchel. I'm just gonna say Borussia Dortmund manager. I'm finding it hard to pronounce his name. Is it Tuchel? Tuchel? Anyway, so the Borussia Dortmund manager, I only use him as an assistant coach, as my offensive manager. If shit goes sideways, I can't get a goal back, I switch to Tuchel minute 80 or minute 70 and trying to get a goal back. However, in general, with any formation with 3-5-2, your LMF and RMF should be our fullbacks originally, just to make it more balanced. But in general, 3 at the back this year, really not that effective. The only effective 3 at the back formation that I would recommend, it's 3-4-2-1. That is the most effective one. But again, tactic matters as well. You know, when you have 3 at the back, you containment area wide, it's really important. Balanced compactness is really important as well. Alright, so now you know how I use Tuchel. I only use him I call him the comeback manager, basically. Now the last manager I would recommend is Bonora. It's a fictional manager for a fictional team, and it's like the 4-1-3-2 is one of the best formations that's been used on Ultimate Team. I don't see it being used this year. It's like a 4-1-2-1-2. You will see a lot in Ultimate Team as well. I've seen people using this manager against me. The pressure is unbelievable. So in the upcoming episode, I'll be live streaming and I'm going to be using this manager because I do like 2 strikers in a way, you know, the old kind of Catenaccio style. My favorite formation is 4-3-1-2, but because every opponent uses 4-3-3, I'm trying to counter a 4-3-3. Normally 3-5-2 does stand against 4-3-3 with the best tactics, obviously, with a bear tactic. And when it comes to myClub, it's not like Ultimate Team. We don't say what's the best formation. If you, let's say I'm saying the best formation is 4-4-2, then you go sign a manager, the tactic is crap, you know? So first of all, when you sign a manager with your favorite formation, you gotta know if the tactic is good or not. And if you want, I have tutorials explaining all these tactical links. If you watch these videos on in this series, if you watch I've made a video on PES 2016 as well, explaining all manager tactical links. If you have a basic knowledge about tactics, then you will know which manager tactic is good and which one is bad. And with this manager in particular, your AMF has to be someone rapid and fast. I'm using Totti because he's my legend, and as you can see, your LMF and RMF, you don't need to use box to box unless you want to be a little bit more defensive. With this manager, you can actually use 4 center backs. It will work with it. Even though attacking area is wide, you need your fullbacks, because when a manager has attacking area wide, you need fullback overlap. But I've tried 4-3 using 4 center backs, it worked as well. Anyway guys, this has been a super long video. A lot of you have been asking about the manager reviews. The reason why I didn't upload, I uploaded it very late because I had to try these managers. I've tried them on a live stream, I've tried them offline, I've tried them in divisions, in competitions, and this is my review towards it. Now remember, PESology means informative PES, so any tip I've given you, mix it up with your own knowledge and give me some feedback regarding any of these managers. Comment down below, share and like. Until next time, ciao for now.